One of the biggest stories right now in cancel culture is the Nickmercs situation. If you aren't aware, Nickmercs is a Call of Duty influencer that had a bundle in the Call of Duty store. Well, Activision Blizzard has removed his skin because of a anti-LGBTQ homophobic tweet that he put out yesterday. This is causing a pretty big backlash, to be honest, where people are calling for a boycott of Call of Duty. People are deleting their games. Dr. Disrespect publicly deleted it and disavowed them and gave his thoughts on it. I wanted to talk about it today because I'm super against cancel culture, especially when it comes to the woke side of people trying to do this stuff. We're going to go over the tweet and things. I'm going to give you my opinion on it, and I'm sure I'm going to upset a few of you little snowflakes that are still in my comment section. No clue why you're here. You're welcome to leave if you don't like what I have to say, because I'm going to voice my opinion regardless if you like it or not. That's what free speech is all about. There's nothing hateful about what was said or what's going to be said with this. All right. So let's continue on real quick. This is where it stemmed from. You can see Brennan Murphy put out a thing saying anti-LGBTQ protesters attack pro-LGBT demonstrators outside of a Glendale, California school board meeting. The school board is voting on recognizing June as Pride Month. And then you could see Puckett quote tweeted it saying, "This happened 4 blocks from my Overwatch League apartment. Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live your own life." Which, it's fair. People are free. Let me get this off the top of my head. People are free to fuck and do whatever they want within the confines of their bathroom or their bedroom or their house or whatever it is. As long as it's in closed doors, as long as it's not in public. But also the number one thing is as long as it's not harming children. Why the fuck is a school board voting on Pride Month stuff? Why are they pushing this whole woke agenda is the question of the day for a lot of people. And in my opinion, Nickmercs had a same sentiment when he tweeted this out. You could see he says, "They should leave little children alone. That's the real issue." Now, a lot of people might be saying, hey, you're supposed to normalize differences and inclusion and diversity. It's funny, though. When it comes to these big, huge things that where they go to push it towards children, that they get up in arms to where stuff is getting deleted and remarked as homophobic. In my opinion, his response saying they should leave little kids alone is not homophobic. Now, you could get mad. You could say, oh, Eric, you're wrong. You're a bigot for thinking otherwise. That's fine. But it doesn't mean that you're right just because you disagree with me, just like it doesn't mean that I'm right. But saying leave little kids alone means more than just, oh, these guys are, gay and I don't like it. It goes deeper than that. It goes towards the speculation oftentimes that a lot of what you see with the LGBTQ agenda is that it's grooming children, that it's prepping them for sexualized activities and sexualized thoughts, and I guess programming them to think that it's okay to essentially do things that children really shouldn't be thinking about at this time. And it's a gray area. Let's be honest here. And I know I'm going to have somebody, oh, you should do your research. No, I'm going to do my research here. Children shouldn't have gender reassignment surgery. They shouldn't have top surgery. They shouldn't get private parts cut off. They shouldn't be having drag queen story time at their schools. All right? That's where I stand at it. You can call me wrong. You can call me a bigot for it, but that's my opinion on it. I don't think that it's fair to indoctrinate anybody. I also don't believe that people are born this way. Any way that it is, people aren't born violent. So why are people born LGBTQ? No, it's a thing that you get as you age, as you progress, as you start to build relationships, as you start to get into romance with other individuals. You start to realize who you are. You don't come out of the womb automatically that way. It's learned behavior, whether it's natural or whether it's indoctrinated or taught by people. And I feel when school boards get involved, that this is where they're trying to indoctrinate and they're trying to push agendas. And especially with some of these West Coast towns, I feel, the West Coast states and towns, they try to push agendas a little bit too much. Call me a bigot for that. All right. No, what's this have to do with gaming? Again, the reason why it has to do with gaming is that Nickmercs is an influencer who plays Call of Duty, and that tweet that he said saying leave children alone caused Activision to remove his skin from the game, and I think that's a bit of an escalation if you ask me. Now, Keemstar put a tweet out right here. I'm going to read a tweet from Keemstar saying, Call of Duty is now being boycotted by millions of consumers upset that they removed Nickmercs' skin from the game for tweeting they should leave little children alone in reference to LGBTQ teaching at public schools. Many saying Call of Duty is the next Bud Light. And you can see Nickmercs right here with the quote of the tweet. And coming on right here, here's Call of Duty's tweet that they put out actually yesterday. Due to recent events, we have removed the Nickmercs Operator Bundle from the Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We are focusing on celebrating Pride with our community and our employees. And I feel, honestly, and you might think, oh, good, he deserved it. No, that was a bit much. Would they remove somebody's skin if one of the influencers was like, hey, fuck right-wing, straight white people, Republicans, fuck MAGA, fuck, Christians? Would they do that? Be honest with yourselves. Would Activision have done that if it was a very left-winged, progressive individual going after and making a comment towards anything related right wing? No, it wouldn't. And that's the fucking problem. That is why I have been outspoken and calling things out as of late, because I'm tired of this whole pitchforking, this whole agenda, this whole us against them mentality. I think that a lot of things that we're seeing lately with certain issues with people is that a lot of weirdos are essentially trying to normalize grooming children for certain things. And I feel, I don't know, from me as a moral standpoint, I agree with Nickmercs. And if you try to cancel me from that, good, because you can't. I'm still going to be here making my videos. I think it's bad optics on Activision's part to cave in to cancel culture. And this comes after allegations of harassment and even sexual assault and harassment and all sorts of things that they had, all that stuff that has been going on the last couple years. Activision played a sleepy eye to inappropriate behavior at the workplace, but God forbid a influencer gives his thoughts on potential pedophiles in the LGBTQ community, which I'm not saying all of them are. There's bad apples in every community, whether it's right-wing, left-wing, straight, LGBTQ. He was saying that a lot of these people grooming children should leave kids alone, and I doubled down on that. Nickmercs supposedly later on doubled down on his statements. He said that he doesn't think school should be the place to speak about things like that, and that being a new father has given him a bigger perspective of the issue, and that he's not apologizing as he doesn't feel it's wrong. And I absolutely 110% agree with him. I feel that school is not the place to speak about things. And just like with religion, they want religion to be away from schools. They don't want people to talk about religion. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, folks. All right? If you're going to have indoctrination, if you're going to have critical race theory and all this other progressive right-wing stuff, or left-wing stuff, then how come we can't have religion talked or anything else like that? It has to be all the way around, in my opinion. All right. How come the side of tolerance is intolerant of different diverse viewpoints? They only want their echo chamber. And this proves it with the situation with Nickmercs. And I'm going to be one of those people. I think, Call of Duty has officially left a sour taste in my mouth. I'm glad the current season is coming to an end. The new one's coming in the next couple of days. And I don't think I'll be playing it, honestly. I'm taking a wait-and-see approach because the situation is developing. I'm not angry about it, but I do think that standing in solidarity with somebody that is speaking up for their opinion, their moralities and stuff, is fine. He's not shoving it in anybody's throat. If anything, the people canceling him are shoving their ideals and their values and virtues and all that down other people's throats by canceling him. You know, you should never let cancel culture win. No, Eric, what about you? Boycott. A boycott's not the same as canceling something. A boycott is speaking with your wallet. It's speaking with what you believe in, and I feel it's not a good look. Other people are mixed match with this. There's some influencers talking about this. I believe a FaZe Clan member, Rain, said that the game, the game removing his stuff is fucked up, and I can completely agree with that. It's fucked up. And you know, other people on Twitch and on Kick and streams and on YouTube and stuff get away and say a lot of fucking worse things, and they don't get any banishment. But this guy, you know, is basically just saying leave kids alone, leave kids out of it. He didn't even say gay people are bad. Like, nothing with what he tweeted, I feel, is anti-LGBTQ or homophobic or hateful in any fucking way. It's not any different than somebody coming into here in the comments calling me a fat, overweight, greasy, hairy, right-wing, quartering, wannabe bigot. It's not. It goes both ways, guys. How come one side can insult the other, but the other can't give an opinion on the other way? And that's what's tiresome about it.